Hi, I'm Joni Patry, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Well, today I want to talk about the significance of Mars, and Mars being with Rahu during this critical period in history. So Mars will be with Rahu, in other words, in the same sign with Rahu, between May 6th through June 24th of 2019. And during this time, around May 6th, Mars will enter 0 degrees of Gemini, coming to where Rahu is in Gemini. Now, Rahu's going to be in Gemini from March of 2019 till September of 2020. But it's this period where Mars is in the same sign of Rahu that the intensity really comes to a head. And once again, this will be May 6th through June 24th. And Mars is coming closer and closer with Rahu, causing, what is Mars all about? Intensity, anger, fear. But it's also energy. And being in the sign of Gemini, which is where it is sidereally, this is all about communications, all about travel, connecting people to each other. That's what Gemini is all about, communications on all levels. So it deals with computers, it deals with technology that deals with connecting us. So that would mean any kind of technology. Also deals with things such as social media, because those are communications, deals with telephones, deals with televisions, deals with live streaming of media, anything to do with the news. This is what Gemini is all about, communications. But it's also about travel. So while we have Mars in the sign of Gemini, you're going to see things that come up, problems pertaining to travel and any vehicles that deal with travel, such as airplanes, buses, cars, boats, anything that takes us from point A to point B. So Mars here will, with Rahu causes disruptions. Rahu is a malefic, and it causes separation and problems. And putting together the planet that's traditionally termed with war and weapons and fire and anger and volatility, it becomes more and more intense. So what do I see in this portion of time? I see where communications are very angry, where people cannot get along. People are fighting and they can't see eye to eye. They cannot see to compromise. Another thing is, with Mars dealing with weapons, this can be guns, knives, bombs, things that destroy, things that are used in war, things that we fight back with, and that can even be our voice. So there is so much that is being surfaced, and Mars will deal with fire. So pay attention, there's going to be more and more fires. Also, I think with Mars, it's going to be so much to do with energy and energetics. This is a powerhouse, but it's all through the venue of how we relate to one another and how we travel. So this is going to be a very volatile time when Mars is coming closer and closer to Rahu. Now, at this particular stage, not only is Mars conjuncting Rahu, but it's also opposing Saturn. And this causes all sorts of delays, setbacks, problems going on globally throughout the world. And so I think there's going to be strikes dealing with any mode of transportation. May it be that there's airline strikes, that there are bus strikes, taxis, motorists, anything to do with getting and being involved with transportation, getting from point A to B. So this is going to come under setbacks, problems, stoppage. We can't get together. We can't communicate well, but at the same time, this will cause great blow-ups that probably after the dust settles, this will be the realization of that we have to come together. We have to find agreements and compromise. And Gemini, as opposed to the sign of Sagittarius, deals with righteousness, deals with that. The Sagittarius sign deals with fundamentalism, religiousness, everything to do with justice, because that's what the ninth sign, Sagittarius, pertains to, laws. So you're going to find a breakdown of laws, because why? Saturn and Ketu are in the sign of Sagittarius, but Mars coming together to activate that by opposition with Rahu means there's an explosion of awareness as to how we must communicate. Now, because I'm talking about laws, because I'm talking about travel and communications, this deals with trade around the world, that the trade is disrupted, and this will cause major setbacks in the economy. So these trade wars, these trade laws, there's a huge breakdown in how we trade items and information and shipments. Major setbacks, delays in this area. So watch how the world begins to slow down, because the planets of action, Mars with Rahu, comes under direct opposition to Saturn, which causes things to stop. Things are going to go through a major revolutionary change with laws, with trade, with travel, with communications. This is a time to really stop and think about what you're going to say, how you're going to say it, and how you're going to connect, and take note of your travel plans during this time. When? Between May through the end of June. And specifically, I might add that June is more intense. Why? Because not only do we have Mars and Rahu, we also have Mercury here. Mercury is the planet that deals with connections and travel. Plus, one more thing, the Sun comes into this sign of Gemini by the 14th, 15th of June. So the end of June, look out, things are going to go haywire, computers, technology, you name it, the ways that we connect, which are so vitally important. Social media, everything is under scrutiny, and problems will prevail till we can make sense of it and heal it. So with that, I'd like to close. If you would like more information on me or a reading, you can go to my website, which is galacticcenter.org. Or if you would like to learn Vedic astrology, which I'm basing all of these analysis on, go to my university website, which is University of Vedic Astrology.com. Thank you.